Alright, so dogs have been domesticated for thousands of years. Their original use was to be for tracking, herding, and hunting, but over time they've transitioned from that of a working dog to more so of a family dog. We've created bonds with them, they become family members to us, and it's because of this bond that we have with them that a lot of studies have been done in recent years on how they impact us. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about how dogs have a positive impact on our mental, physical, and emotional well-being. So first I'm going to start off with the emotional and social support that dogs give us. They give us companionship. By this, it has been shown to decrease feelings of loneliness, depression, stress, and anxiety. And this is especially important in children and elderly people because it increases their social interactions. For kids who grow up as an only child without having a lot of interaction with other kids, having a dog has been known to decrease their separation anxiety from their parents. Like say they're being babysat for a weekend and the parents go away, having a dog in the house makes them feel more comfortable. It also increases their self-esteem, ability to empathize with people, and they are more willing to participate in group activities over children who grow up in a household with no other siblings or no other interaction with other kids. And for the elderly, having a dog gives them a sense of purpose. As they get older, they retire, they don't get out as much, they might not see family as often, and not having a job makes them feel depressed. They might not want to get out of the house much, so having a dog will force them out of the house because you have to walk the dog, you have to feed them, you have to take care of them. So setting up appointments for them will motivate them to get out of the house, go do other things, and then it'll also motivate them to take care of themselves over time. And also, it has been proven that being around dogs releases chemicals in our brain called serotonin and dopamine, which are known mood boosters as well. So along with our emotional health, dogs affect our mental health. This has been researched in Alzheimer's patients, people who suffer from schizophrenia, and people with autism as well. In Alzheimer's patients, it has been shown that dogs will help people with their memory recollection after being exposed to dogs for prolonged periods of time. They've been shown to remember memories that they once could not beforehand. And they also have less anxious outbursts as well, as their caretakers note. Those with schizophrenia have to take these two exams called the Living Skills Profile and the Social Adaptive Functioning Evaluation. And these are just tests to test their communication, cognitive, and social skills. And so they had they had two groups of schizophrenics. One group was subjected to having weekly visits with dogs and handlers during their psychologist discussion meetings, and the other group was not. And at the end of this study, which went on for 5 months, those who were subjected to having a weekly meeting with the dogs did significantly better on these exams than those who did not have a dog during their weekly meetings. Dogs are especially important to those who have autism, especially children, because they communicate non-verbally. That's how a lot of people with autism communicate, especially at a young age, and that's how dogs communicate with us, is non-verbally. So they make a lot of they make a bond with them right away, and that'll help them to become more socially active with those around them, especially adults, as time goes on. And those with autism, they suffer from emotional breakdowns a lot. So a dog, having them around, especially a service dog, they are trained to detect these emotional breakdowns and prevent them. And by doing so, they will usually gently push them up against a wall or put them on the ground and protect them from harming themselves or others. So that's greatly important to them so that they do not put themselves in harm's way. Dogs also, they need a lot of exercise. So those with autism, they usually suffer from learning disorders. That's what it is. And if they go out and they get exercise, they release their energy and they have an outlet for it. So then they're better able to pay attention in school more. And this has also been known to be linked to those with ADHD as well, who have high energy levels. And last but not least, there are physical benefits as well. Having a dog, you have weight loss because your dog needs to be walked. So if you take care of them the way that they should be taken care of, you are also taking care of your own health, and you will lose weight over time without even changing your diet. People who own a dog or spend prolonged amounts of time with dogs, they have lower blood pressure and reduced risk for heart disease as well. Those who have heart failure, heart attacks, or have to get heart surgery, they have done studies to those who have dogs versus those who do not have dogs. Those who have dogs have a better recovery time. They will recover quicker. They are more likely to take their meds, stay with their meds, and be in a positive mood, go to all their doctor's visits versus those who do not, because they have that companion and it makes them happier as well. And guide dogs are especially important to those who are visually impaired and deaf. For those who are visually impaired, dogs, their purpose is to make sure that they know changes in elevation when going upstairs, going downstairs, so that they do not trip. And they guide them on known paths, like in this picture, and they help them to avoid any obstacles, any traffic, so that they do not get hurt. And for those who are deaf, the dog's purpose is to notify them of any changes in sound, like alarms, so they wake them up in the morning. If the doorbell rings, somebody's calling their name, and then especially if there are fire alarms, they help notify them what is going on and to get out immediately. And they're also known to help people who go through physical therapy, those who have cerebral palsy. They have muscle problems, and a lot of times people can't move parts of their body. And there have been studies done that they have, especially for kids, they have a dog present during their therapy, and they're usually able to move their muscles better by the end of it. So just to reiterate everything, in conclusion, dogs have a big impact on us emotionally, mentally, and physically. They're able to just simply improve our mood just by being with us, and overall they can affect our physical health, which can help our longevity as well. And this is just an option to consider when you're thinking of ways to take care of yourselves. If you've just been really depressed lately, if you just need a reason to get out of bed in the morning, if you just want to take care of your physical health, you can always think about dogs, because they need them as much as we need them. And they are especially important to those who have physical and mental disabilities, as I have just mentioned, and over time you make a long-term bond with them and they become a family member. And that is it.